Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Build. Now last week there was no episode of Let's Build and there was no live stream, and that's because I was really sick. I'm still slightly recovering, but I reckon I'm well enough to stream again tonight. So if you want to check me out, head on over to twitch.tv/Yogscast, where I'm going to be streaming more of this survival games build. Now at the moment we've got the skyport here. The whole thing is 2 large islands, one slightly smaller. This is the larger one, and we focused on one of the areas on this island, which is the skyport. Now, what makes it a skyport? Well, the only thing that makes it a skyport really are the docks area at the side. We've got kind of jetties that lead out into the void, into nothingness, and also a large kind of cargo crane that we kind of built last episode. So what we've already got there as well is a tavern, the Captain's Booty, quite a famous one among the stream viewers. But we need to make the place look more like a docklands, and the biggest thing I think that can help us there is adding some kind of storage. So I wanted to build a warehouse, and that's what you can see me doing here now. Using these logs as the framework again, a kind of a fatter, smaller base with a cobblestone wall. Cobblestone steps that brace it into a wooden wall at the second half, and then a simple dark oak, I think, 3-peaked roof. It can be difficult to see sometimes what shade wood you're using when the shaders and the lighting kind of work against you. The shader packs that we're using are very cool. They make the game look amazing. One of the things that they do hurt you with sometimes is their performance under low light, and what I mean by that is some of the lighting conditions on our map are just so poor that when we try and have a look at what's inside and underneath things with the shaders on, all we can see is pitch black, and it just becomes really difficult to get around. Now that's the basic structure of the warehouse done. Obviously it needs a floor that's better than grass, so we tried the same kind of andesite I think we have here as the path, and that looks kind of cool as well. And then there I'm just fluffing this out a bit. I also wanted to add in some more wooden bracings, so I modified where the logs went slightly, changed the decoration around the inside of the warehouse, and added some torches inside there. And there we go, and I was just messing around with logs here and there, changing patterns of things, adding fences, removing fences. And the greatest thing about being able to do this live on stream is that I can do something and I can say to you guys, hey, what do you reckon? Yay or nay? And you can say, no, change it, take it back. Or you can say, no, it looks great. In fact, try adding this as well. Put that there. Yeah, that looks great. And so it's great. It's like being able to build with a whole bunch of people helping me out and watching. Now, I wanted to use these barrels and crates as well that we have from one of the mods. The extra NPCs mod also adds a bunch of extra furniture, and crates and barrels are a perfect way to bolster the warehouse look and feel of the docks area. Now, with the warehouse mostly complete, it was time to come over to the large crane. And the inspiration that I used from this was actually inspiration from a previous build that I did. Because on my old kingdom world, where I built a kingdom, I have a small kind of docks crane there, and I basically just inflated that much bigger, enlarged the idea. So we have logs here to brace, a large steel or iron counterweight. I thought about using concrete, but it didn't quite look right at the top. And that's basically the weight at the back of the crane that makes sure when it picks stuff up, it doesn't lean too far forwards and break. And then the rest of it was basically just keeping this cross design with the large crane arm, using the wooden planks there, the wooden stair planks, to brace the crane, and just basically adding and subtracting from the crane until we had something that looked okay. Of course, there was a lot of going backwards and forwards with the crane, working on it, cutting things out, adding things, until it looked perfect. And even then, I'm not quite sure now that I'm happy with the design. I think there still needs to be a few changes made to this crane, definitely, to make it look more functional and a bit more, just basically look nicer. Now I used wooden fence posts as a kind of rope here. Put some crates and some barrels on there, on the crane platform. And then again, like I said, just wrap the wooden fence posts around the top of the crane, so it looks like the ropes stem all the way back to the counterweight. I think I did change out the main block in the middle there to a kind of a darker stone rather than the iron blocks that we had, which are a bit more white and clinical. Flatten things out along the top. But even so, I do still think there's probably a bit too much going on the top of that crane. I think it doesn't quite need some of that bracing along the top. It's a bit thick and looks a bit non-craney. So I might be coming back and changing that. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the idea of the crane being there. Size-wise and scale-wise, I think it looks pretty good. That's a scale that's going to be reinforced by the skyships that we put into the map. In fact, my mind is racing with so many ideas about what we're actually going to be building this session. So I don't know. I mean, I'd like to finish off the docks area, certainly, because we're so close. But I also really want to get started with the village and the kind of the small town in the middle of this island. There's also a farm that we're going to add, and of course we've got to decorate the castle, which overlooks all of it. Now, what you can't see me doing here is going inside the tavern, and I'm adding decoration in the form of tables and chairs and things. But as you can see, these menus come up as well. I'm also putting in some custom NPCs named after some of the donators to the stream. And that's just a way of me saying thank you to people that donate and just include them in the map some way, just as a little kind of bonus thank you. Now, there was one more thing to do with the docks before we called it a day. Now, I wanted to borrow the guard tower that we have copy and pasted around all the other areas. I thought, why not keep that model, put it to good use, paste it in on the side of the docks, and add a wall section that wraps around the docks, just to give it more protection, because again, the docks area is going to be a point to defend against pirates. If pirates come and raid our Sky Islands, the first place they're going to come to look for treasure and booty is probably going to be this docks area. It's where everybody transports their valuable cargo, and unless they're sacking the castle, which is going to be tough because it's a stone castle, the docks is the least defended place. So I wanted to add like a port authority, much like you'd find in Pirates of the Caribbean. If you remember the first area, the first place, the Port Royal, it's got a whole bunch of guard towers and cannons to defend against pirates. And why? It's just a trading outpost. But, well, even places like that need defense against pirates these days. And there you can see, as we zoom out, you can get a little bit of a sense of scale for how big the docks area actually is right now compared to the rest of the island. It's actually quite huge. Now, what I didn't get to show you was the fact that we built a wall around the side of the guard tower, and we added some cannons for defense. But I can show those off to you on stream if you come over and check us out at twitch.tv/Yogscast, where we're going to be building some more Survival Games Minecraft map. I hope you pop along, hang out. It's going to be a good time. And until next time, guys, hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time for some more Survival Games building. Take care.